All right, guys, welcome back to the playoff scenarios. This one's going to be a little ghetto because I'm on my laptop and don't have, all the features going on. But we're going to go over playoff scenarios for North America. We'll try and talk about top four as much as I can. I also did this in a hurry, so there might be some small mistakes or there might be some smaller scenarios that are possible. So keep that in mind. But for the most part, it's pretty accurate to my knowledge. But if you see anything wrong, go throw it in the comments below. But so far, here's what we're looking at so far of the percentage chances for all of the teams. So we'll look at Energy, G2, and Cloud9. All have clinched at least a top four. And now with the new page playoff system, top four is actually really important because you get that extra life in the regional championships. So that's good news for Cloud9, G2, and Energy. They obviously are the only ones that have a chance at top two as well. Space Station could sneak into number three, but number three and number four really doesn't matter all that much. So we won't worry about that too much. Then on the bottom half, we see Splice is already out. Rogue has a decent chance of going up, but honestly, it's actually less of a chance than Evil Geniuses and Ghost Gaming, and that is based on if every match was a 50-50. As you can see there as well, Space Station, a very unlikely chance that they get eliminated. So, let's get into the actual scenarios. And here we go. Look at this. We can learn more about slide captions, but we won't. We're just going to continue. So here we go. We'll start with Energy. They have clinched top three, like we said. To clinch top two, they just need to win one series, or Cloud9 beats G2 3-1, because that'll make G2's game differential too low, so Energy doesn't have to really worry about anything, or some other game differential tiebreak. So there's other cases, obviously, if G2 wins a game here or there, if Cloud9 wins 3-2 and G2 doesn't win earlier or whatever. G2 actually only plays one game, so that doesn't matter. But there's other cases where if they lose like 3-2 to Rogue, it doesn't, like if Cloud9 just beats G2, then like even 3-2, that'll help them out there. So Energy in the best spot. All they gotta do is win one series. They play both Rogue and Cloud9 this week. So we'll see how that all unfolds. The next best odds are G2, clinch top three. To clinch top two, there's a decent amount of scenarios here for them. If they beat Cloud9, they're into top two because it moves Cloud9 down to 2 losses. G2 would be at 1 loss. And then if they lose 3-2 to Cloud9, they still have a chance. But Cloud9 has to lose 0-3 in the other game, or Energy has to go 0-6. So Cloud9 and Energy are playing each other. So they would have to hope for a sweep one way or the other, but they also need Energy to go 0-6 if Energy is the one who gets swept by Cloud9. And that's because for game differential purposes, Cloud9 and Energy, sorry, my phone's going off, had a huge advantage going into this week. Cloud9 still has a decent advantage, but Cloud9, would have to get swept by Energy, which is possible, so they could lose 3-2 and still make it in. Or Energy would have to get swept by Rogue and get swept by Cloud9. And again, that's only if they lose 3-2 to Cloud9. Like if they lose 3-1, they cannot get a top two finish. That's how poorly their game differential is going in their favor right now. Moving on, Cloud9. They've clinched top four, not top three. But again, it doesn't really matter too much between 3 and 4. To clinch top two, they need to win both series, and they're in, which is very simple. They're playing both Energy and G2. So if they go 6-1, they're in. That would move G2 down to 2 losses, and they wouldn't have to worry about game differential over NRG. If they beat G2 3-1, they're also in because they have the game differential advantage over G2, even if they get swept later by Energy. Or if they beat Energy and game differential helps. So if they lose to G2, but they beat Energy, they need a little bit of game differential to go their way. And obviously, if they sweep Energy or something, that helps them. So just keep that in mind for game differential stuff. They could also have beat Energy and Energy lose to Rogue. That would help too, obviously. So there's a couple different examples down there in the bottom. You don't have to worry too much about those. I will talk through all of this on the desk between every series when we know something is going on. Today was pretty accurate. I confused at the very last second about Energy. Like, could they clinch based on game differential? But they couldn't because I forgot that they have play Rogue as well. Moving on. Space Station Gaming. The best chance to clinch top 6 is for them after that huge win versus Cloud9. To clinch top 6, all they have to do is win one individual game. They play Splice and they play Rogue. So that's all they have to do. Win one single game and they have clinched because their game differential is so good. To clinch top 4, if they go 2-0, they clinch. Or if they beat Rogue and keep the weak game differential to -1. There's also a couple other scenarios, I think, with game differential. But basically, if they beat Rogue, it keeps them out of the run-in for that spot. And then the only other teams that are there would be EG and Ghost. And they would have to sweep. One of those teams would have to sweep to try and keep up with Space Station. But Space Station, like if they keep their overall game differential to -1 in that week, which is very likely, it basically means if they sweep Splice, or I'm sorry, like if they get like if they sweep Rogue, then no matter what, they can't get a game differential worse than -1 when they play Splice. Like if Splice sweeps them, they would still be at 0, so that would actually work out for them, and they would be fine. If they lose to Rogue, I'm sorry, if they beat Rogue 3-1, but get swept by Splice again, they're at -1. They're fine. It's only if they beat Rogue 3-2 and they get swept by Splice. That's basically like I probably could have wrote that out better. But bear with me. I'm trying to do this quickly before I go to dinner with the wife who came out with me this weekend. So there you go. So Space Station, very, very good odds, but they also have a decent chance at clinching top 4. They play I'm sorry, Splice and Rogue. Yeah, so Splice and Rogue. So decent chance at a 2-0 week. I believe they can also clinch top 4 even if they just win one of those games, dependent on other results. But I didn't want to write all of them out. I wasn't too worried about top 4, mostly worried about top 6. Moving on to the next one, Evil Geniuses. So the Evil Geniuses Ghost matchup is really cool because whoever wins that series is clinching top 6 no matter what, which is awesome. So if they beat Ghost, they are in. If Rogue goes 0-2, they are also in because Rogue only has 1 win right now, while EG and Ghost have 2. So they don't have to beat Ghost necessarily. They can still make it. And that's actually pretty good odds, I would say. Rogue going 0-2. They're playing Energy and Space Station. So we'll see. Or if they lost to Ghost 3-2 and Rogue wins 1 3-2 and loses the other 0-3. So they can lose to Ghost in a very close series and also have Rogue win 1. But again, they have to have Rogue's game differential kind of tank for the week. So they have to go at least -2 to catch them in that regard. So they don't want to lose to Ghost necessarily, because then they have to rely on Rogue to have a really poor week. And you never want that. It could happen, but you don't want that. To clinch top 4, if they beat Ghost and Space Station Gaming goes 0-2 and Rogue goes 1-1 or 2-0 with 2-3-2s if EG sweeps. So I'll repeat that because that was kind of weird. So they have to beat Ghost. Then they need Space Station to lose both of their series, and again, maybe more unlikely because they're playing Splice, but who knows? Splice could turn it up for the final week. And so if Space Station goes 0-2, then they also need Rogue to go 1-1. Now, Rogue and Space Station play one another, so that's why that one's a little weird. So they need them to go 1-1, or if Rogue does go 2-0, then they can still advance into the top 4 spot if Rogue wins in 2 3-2 victories, so they would only go +2 on the game differential, and EG gets that 3-0 sweep. They would get a 3-0 or a +3 game differential, and EG would just narrowly edge out Rogue. So there's another scenario for EG fans out there for the clinching top 4. They need a lot of help to clinch top 4, though, so it's going to take a little bit. But moving on to Rogue. Did I not do Ghost? I think I completely forgot to do Ghost. Yeah, I completely forgot to do them. So Ghost, real quick, we'll just do it live because I'm not going to redo this video, so I don't have enough time. Ghost, if they win, so here's how I process it. So Ghost, if they win, you can put it in 3-2 here on Nalan's site, which I'll try and link, but someone will link in the comments below. So if they win, again, like I said, they advance over EG. They're basically actually exactly the same as EG, so I didn't actually have to write them out all that much. The only difference is the head-to-head results. So if they lose to EG, then they only have a 1/3 chance, and that's if Rogue loses both games, and some other help. It's basically the same as EG's. I think there's one small tiebreaker difference based on the results, because EG, trying to think, I'm not really sure. It's basically the same because they have exactly the same record. So sorry, Ghost fans, I forgot to write you in here. I thought I did, but basically the same. The game differential here at the bottom for the top 4s might be a little different, and same with this one. Might be a tiny bit different. I just can't remember the heads off the top of my head. I'm trying here, guys. I'm trying to rush this, so my apologies. Moving on. So we got that. We go to Rogue. So they're at the bottom of the table right now. To clinch top 6, they need to beat Space Station Gaming or Energy 3-1 or better. So as long as they win one of those series at 3-1 or better, then they're in. They could win 1-3-2, and then they would need some game differential help either by the other teams or by themselves keeping the other series close. That would help as well. But Rogue, sure, they're at the bottom of the table, but as we go back over here, we'll clear this board here and we'll show the game differentials. It's not the end of the world for them. Sure, it's tough matches and they have to win one, but their game differential is pretty good. They're at -4, and sure, that looks close to the -5 of EG and Ghost. But keep in mind that the only way Rogue catches Ghost or EG is if they win a series to catch up with them. So they would have to win a series and lose another series. So they, right now they're at -4. It could be like slightly worse, by winning one and losing one. But also, if that happens, Ghost or EG are also losing the series. So Rogue has a pretty good chance at passing them in game differential because these two play each other again. And then Rogue, if they just win one, very likely they'll finish with a higher game differential than EG and Ghost. So that's it for this video, guys. Sorry it's so quick and so rushed, but I figured I would get it out there for the people that want to know. Like, I know pros usually want to know what their playoff scenarios are. My apologies to Ghost. They're going to be slightly different based on tiebreaker stuff, but you can always go here to Nalan's website to figure that out. But for the most part, Ghost and EG are basically identical because they have -5. The only difference is those head-to-head situations. Who did they beat and all that. So Ghost actually, I think, has a little bit of an advantage. Who they beat this week? I already forgot. This is what happens. They beat Rogue, so they have the tiebreaker over them. If it ties Rogue, they also lost to EG, so that one doesn't change anything. And then the other one was Space Station. They beat Space Station. So if they could catch up to Space Station, they would hold that tiebreaker over them. But that one's, that's only if they lose 3-2 and Space Station goes 0-6 would they pass Space Station. So that's the only difference. But yeah, so that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed NA. It was a lot of fun to watch this week. I love when we get to see upsets. Huge congrats to Ghost and Illusion and Space Station for getting that win over Cloud9. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Time for the ghetto close. Ghetto close. Ghetto close.